Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katarina and welcome into my kitchen. It's technically not my kitchen, we are renting this place, but kind of it's mine kitchen at the moment. Probably what you want to say, I don't know, doesn't matter. Welcome into this kitchen. Today we have something little bit different. I am going to take you with me and we are going to try and make a cheesecake, a sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, vegan, raw, not baked cheesecake which doesn't contain any cheese. So I don't know why is it called cheesecake. It's the first time when I'm going to try and do this cake, and I have no idea how it will all go. I am slightly changing the recipe, so that might be interesting and fun. So the final product might be a disaster, we don't know yet. I have never practiced this cake, I have never done it, and I'm going to use all my old equipment as a very old blender which is not very powerful, and I need to blend cashew nuts, which might be fun. If you want to see me trying to make this cheesecake, stay watching and I will show you everything what you need, and I will show you how you should be doing or how you should not be doing this cheesecake. So this particular recipe is from what's her name? Oh, Deliciously Ella. I know, Deliciously Ella. I'm swapping some ingredients. In this particular recipe there is a lot of dates which should go in. I am using slightly less or much less than they are in the recipe, which might cause a little bit of trouble with my final product, we'll see. But this cheesecake, even if it's sugar-free, it's still very rich on sugar, so I would not recommend you to do it every single week, maybe once a year or twice a year as a treat, because it does contain some dates, bananas and also berries, quite full of sugar. So I guess we can start. I'm a bit worried, but let's do it. Let's start. I need some ingredients, so I will be with you in 1 second. For first part of the recipe, we will need some almond flour or ground almonds. I need to buy ground almonds because my old granny blender is not capable of blending almonds, so I need to buy them already blend. We will need dates, which I already soaked in the water because they were quite dry, and again my blender is a bit old, is a antique or very cheap blender, but I kind of feel bad. I don't want to throw it away and buy a new one, so I'm waiting for these to die and then I will invest some more money and buy myself some more expensive and more powerful blender. Now we are going to do a base, so we need to blend the dates. I have quite a lot in here, I'm not sure if you can see it. I am not going to use all of them for base. I need to put some of the mixture on the side for next layer, I think, or for the top layer, I'm not sure. I'll have a look to the recipe and we will see. And then we will need a cake tin. Of course I don't have a right cake tin for this cake. Why shouldn't I? I never do have the right tin. And this is the first problem which we have, and a first obstruction, and we will see how that will go, if this will survive. So let's go ahead. I told you that I have old equipment. Also my scale broke yesterday, so this one doesn't work properly. I'm missing one of the leg on the bottom, so that might be a little bit misleading. So we need to measure 300 grams of almond flour. Well, there might be 300 grams and might not be 300 grams, so who knows? We'll see with our final product. It's quite a lot though. Well, last time I tried to blend the dates, the whole mixture just exploded out because this blender is not the greatest. So I'm thinking, well, I will just pour them all in with the water as well. And now what? I'm going to use the old tea towel and I will just cover it on the top just in case, because last time really that was a disaster when I was trying to blend the dates. So I think I will put it like that and I will hope that no disaster will happen today. You ready? So 3, 2, 1, let's go! ground almonds with date mixture. As you can see it, I'm not going to use all of it. I need to keep some for the other part of recipe. Ooh, very sweet. So I will put, well, let's just put it. I will leave not much for the rest of them. Can you see that much? I'm sorry, I cannot see what I'm showing you actually. Now I need to mix this and hope that it will create a sticky mixture. And now I tasted it. We need to put this mixture into this cake tin. Yay, yay, yay! Okay, so this is the best what I can do, and this one goes into the freezer now, and I'll check up with you when I will do the other layer. And we are back. Base layer is in the freezer, and now we need to do middle layer, where we need cashew nuts, which should be soaked in the water for at least 3 hours, which was in the recipe. I left it in the water overnight, and I did that because my food processor is the old lady or old gentleman, so I needed them to be as soft as possible so I can actually blend it. Then we need 2 bananas, frozen one. I actually forgot to peel them, so that might be fun now to get rid of that. I'm not sure. Oh, they're not solid frozen, so it should be fine. Cinnamon, also the recipe requires apple juice. I'm not going to put any apple juice, and I'm hoping it will work out without it. Now we need to put all these ingredients into the food processor and just hope for the best that it will all blend together. So fingers crossed, and yeah, pray for me. So I'll put in the cashew nuts, which are quite soft. There's still a little bit of water in them. So cashew nuts, 2 bananas. Is it coming off? Oh yeah, it is. It's a little bit messy process. I should have peeled them off before I put them to a freezer. That's my cooking, my baking. I'm not usually following the recipes and not listening to... it's freezing cold. I'm not listening to the instructions, and then sometimes I will end up with disaster in my kitchen, or I'm just making my life harder than it should be. Oh, okay, I can put this one in already. So cold. Who would think that if you take banana out of a freezer, it will be cold? Learn from my mistakes. Please follow the recipe and read all the instructions, and don't think that you know better. So now is 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Alright, now the scariest part of it all is to blend it together. So again, pray for me. Fingers crossed it will work. while the base and middle layer were setting in a freezer for about 20 minutes, I prepared the top layer without filming it, but it was very easy. I basically just blended 1 cup of frozen strawberries, 1 cup of frozen raspberries, 1 frozen banana, remaining 1/4 of a middle layer, and the rest of a date mixture. Okay, so this is my final cake, but it's still in a cake tin. Can you see it? Can you focus? Ooh. Ow! The hardest part, and I think this will work well, we need to get it out of a tin. There is a potential disaster waiting for me, so pray, please pray for me. Let's just open it up. What's happening? Nothing. Ooh, ooh. Okay. It worked. Yay! I made the cheesecake. Look, I don't want to take it out. And actually now it's frozen. Look, it's cheesecake. Oh, it's kind of frozen the top, so I have no idea what am I going to do with that. But I'll cut one piece and I'll show you how does it look inside. I'll try not to. Oh, this is really frozen. Okay, just do a small piece. And where is my cream layer? Well, this is somehow how my cheesecake look like. I'll just have a bite quickly and I'll tell you how does it taste. It's quite cold. It's freezing. Go back. It's nice. It's really nice. But to be honest, I have no idea how are we going to eat it once it's not in the freezer. So that's gonna be fun. But thank you for watching. This is my cheesecake. This is how it turned up. And I hope you enjoyed it. Send me a pictures or send me a messages if you tried it. I will link the recipe down below and you can change it by yourself or do yourself. You don't have to follow every single recipe step by step. Might be potential disaster waiting for you, but I think it's quite fun to do things your way. So thank you again for watching. I'm going to wait for this cheesecake to get a little bit warmer and then I will enjoy it very much. Stay tuned, like the video if you like it, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!